while below decks, the cooks are breaking out the good stuff for tonight's traditional homecoming feast.
You always have a special meal. You may have steak and you may have lobster, something that the supply officer has kept in reserve and only brought out for the last day. And it's a way to have that last bit of camaraderie together as a crew.
Tonight there will be no more French fries, cheeseburgers, or macaroni. It's steak, lobster, and shrimp all around. You know, everybody on this ship, from the captain right down to the dishwashers, up and down the chain of command, everybody eats exactly the same thing.
Lobster steak, what a deal for me, I'll tell you what.
Well, from what I hear, things are a little bit fancier upstairs in the Admiral's dining room. Gentlemen. Howdy. How long have you been part of the Admiral's team?
Almost 3 years.
You get to do some pretty neat stuff, eh?
Yeah, you can try different things.
Sure.
So try different recipes.
But at the end of the day, it's still the same food that they're eating downstairs, isn't it?
It's just prepared a little differently from down below.
Okay, everybody, let's grab seats and get something to eat. It's almost a part of diplomacy, in that when we go to other countries, the things that you serve them, what you have for the surroundings of the discussion and the food that goes with that is very important. If it puts them at ease and it puts us at ease, then the food becomes a common bond.
What's the best part about being up here in the Admiral's Gallery?
The best part is that you have a chance to go to school. I've been to Culinary Institute of America.
There's some perks that go with this job.
That is true.
What do you got there?
This is the sauce reduction.
Maybe there'll be a little bit of juice down at the bottom here. You can add that in,
Yes,
too.
that's correct. Actually, I did that already.
Uh-huh.
When I seared the meat, I put some meat juice on the sauce.
Okay. Every drop of flavor is going in.
It'll be worth it.
Yeah, I'll do your lobsters for you. I'll take plates right here, thank you. So you want one of those right on top of the lobster? Well, is there going to be room for that potato? Maybe if you put the potatoes on ahead of the meat, you could lean the meat up on top of the potato.
Yes. Let's put the potato right here, Chief.
Bring the veggies down to the bottom, potato next, then you got room for that meat. You can lean the meat up on top of the potato. Okay, we got that plate figured out, and we're off.
Give me a spatula, please.
Are they sticking on you? Would it help if you took a small knife and ran it all the way around? Or usually the first one gets mucked up, and everyone after that's not so bad. We'll make that look pretty again. Call it Fresh Baked Pot. It's amazing how you can change everybody's perception of something just by changing the name.
Truly, we thank you so much. We take for granted the food that we get, but I'll tell you that you can never take it for granted, because it's part of the heart and the soul of the ship is the food that we are blessed to be able to eat.
I discovered as I was walking around that the Admiral in his wardrobe, they get table service. They're plating multiple course meals and serving them to them. And
I don't usually like to spend time in the wardroom at all.
I hear you.
They get everything they need. They are fine.
And not just that. I mean, there's 5,500 sailors on board. 5,400 of them are eating down in here with the general messes. That's where we can do the most good. After a 7-month tour of duty in the North Atlantic, it's the last day at sea for the USS George Washington. I'm here to teach, but at sea there's a huge gap between my creative chef's approach to food and the Navy's standard approach. At lunch, I'm not sure that C.S. Fraser, C.S. Mosley, and I made any headway. If I want to leave anything behind, I need a new approach. C.S. Sanchez. You ready to make some shrimp scampi?
Yeah, I'm just going to do that in this cup right here.
You know what I think we should do? I think we fold this up, put that in your pocket.
I agree with you.
We don't need that paper. And let's just make a really nice Italian-scented shrimp sauce and serve it over rice.
All right.
All right?
The way the Navy works, you have to follow a recipe card. You can't give it kind of your own pace, and that's one thing I don't like about it.
What do you think the key is to making a dish like this?
This really, honestly, to me, it's like a lot of butter and garlic.
A lot of butter and a lot of garlic, spoken like a chef.
I don't want to just be a chef somewhere, like at some restaurant. I want to have my own place. That would be like my ultimate goal.
I We might need more tomatoes than just the 4 of these.
Now we will.
There's no olive oil, is there?
Let me check. I've seen some virgin olive oil in there.
If we got olive oil, that would be the thing to start with. Any luck?
I couldn't find no olive oil. I just got some vinegar since we have the lemon.
Okay.
So right now I'm just gonna transfer that butter to this copper over here.
All right.
I don't know if you would agree with me, but I think draining some of this juice would be wise.
So it's okay for this to be sauce-like, as long as we thicken it up.
I guess I won't get in trouble if he says so. I just tell the chef told me. I will go ahead and add the tomatoes.
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Let's do it. We're definitely adding a lot of juice here, and it's okay to do that, as long as we then do something to thicken it up. All right, here comes the paste. Concentrated tomato flavor.
I remember reading somewhere, your dry spices, right? Add them towards the end because they take most to release the flavor. Is that right?
Actually, no, the reverse. When you're using dried herbs in general, better to give it some cooking time because you got to sort of bloom that flavor.
Yeah, that's what I used to think. I don't know where I read that. It might have been a recipe card, matter of fact.
Yeah, this smells great. It smells really good. How much garlic are you gonna add?
Well, we're gonna go ahead and use all of this garlic we got right here.
Awesome.
So, not according to recipe card, but we can do this.
Yeah.
I think that's what we have.
What do you think?
Actually, the garlic seems to be fine. A little bit more oregano, I would think. But let me find that salt real quick. So once we add the milk, just more liquid added into it, how will you thicken it up?
Well, I'm not proposing to actually add milk. I suggest what we do is add milk powder. Add the richness. There's a lot of fat in that powder. It's going to add richness and flavor to it. Is that the slurry?
Yes.
So you're basically just dissolving flour and water?
Yes, pretty much. Yeah. Pretty much. I think that's as far as I want to take it with the slurry. And like you said, it'll keep thickening up, so it should be fine by the time the first customer comes to the line. Sometimes the best you can do without taking too many risks. That way, you know, I don't want to get yelled at. And then, of course, I want to give them the best that we can. So that's what we try to do.
I'm a big seafood fan, so I have no problems with any of it. I like it.
That's good. That's really good. Actually good. Got a good flavor.
You know, a guy like you're obviously into it, you're passionate, you're confident. I mean, to step up to that kettle and make shrimp for 1,000 people, put that piece of paper, that recipe in your pocket while you're doing it, that's confidence, you know? So you can do it.
I really hope, wish a couple of years from now I can say that I did do it.
Yeah, you'll be fine. No question about it. You know, these cooks are motivated by a whole lot of different things. Definitely by the clock. They got to hit the mark. Definitely by the infinite command structure above their heads. But I think the one thing that impresses me the most is that all these cooks are motivated to do the best job they can for their fellow shipmates. They all understand that all it takes to make people happy out here is a tasty meal. I respect that.